All right, guys, welcome back. It is Punt Factor here. I am bringing you some more green-white Value Town. So I did change one thing with the deck from the previous videos. I am trying a Sageri Steep. I would like to lean into Knight of the Reliquary a little more, and I think this card is sweet in two different situations. A, obviously they're going to like try to target maybe a hate piece of mine or something out of the sideboard, and I'm going to be able to kind of get them with that. So Path to Exile, Bolts, anything like that. And it's also great if I have a Giant Knight. Like if I have a situation where I have two Knights on board, I have one Giant Knight, I'm going to be able to search this up with my one Knight and give my other Knight protection, and he can just swing in. Or I can give a Tireless Tracker protection or whatever the case may be. I'm going to try it out. I'm not stoked on the fact that it comes into play tapped. That kind of freaks me out. But yeah, I'm going to try it out. And I am here again with my buddy Slick. We're doing some testing for an SCG team event in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to kick it over to him. He's also going to be doing some recording. So Slick, go ahead, my man.
Hey, it's Slick. So I'm gonna go ahead and playing Amulet Titan just like the video before. Same deck basically, just to kind of run it down once again. More or less, it's kind of the current package that most people are running. So the normal stuff, Azusa, Secure Tribe Scouts, obviously Amulets, Ancient Stirrings, all that good jazz. Probably the only thing that's a little weird is the Hive Mind package within it, but I mean most people are kind of doing that same dance today. Sideboard wise, we're looking at stuff like Path to Exiles because this is the version running stuff like Celestia Sanctuaries for white. So Path to Exiles, some negates, Nature's Claims, Rex Sages to deal with artifacts if I have to. Random map just in the off chance that I'm getting like bombed out by land destruction. Otherwise, pretty normal. Rorik Thar, Hornet Queen, Baloth, another EE, all that good stuff. Really nothing special there. So yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's jump into a game here. Last time I felt really bad. Game two didn't go Slick's way. It was literally just Magic being Magic and having some bad luck. So we'll see if that turns around here.
I don't think game 1 or 2 went my way. just to be honest there.
Well, game one you almost turned the corner though.
Yeah, game 1 almost turned around.
So I'll go ahead and talk about my hand here. This is really, I don't want to even say it's close. It's slow, but that's a nice piece, but I don't think we can keep.
So in my case, that was an obvious mulligan, for sure.
Okay, this is a little bit better. It's slow. I don't like it, but this is nice, and we have that. So I think we'll keep.
This hand really isn't optimal by far for me, but at the same time, it's got enough there that I can get something done, and so we'll go ahead and keep this.
All right. And also the important thing to note out of this hand is this card here. I think I have enough to get by into the mid game, basically.
And in my case, as far as what I got on the scry, this hand will pay off.
So that's terrifying. um, even with if I didn't hear that, I would be bottoming this card here. This is just a card that is okay late game, but will typically be run over by the time it's even relevant. So it's gonna be a bottom there. All right, good luck, man.
Yep. Alright, so clearly in my case, we're going to start off. There's two ways we can, but we're going to take the way that seems to make the most sense. And let's see. Alright. So this isn't really what I wanted to see, but it'll do. That's fine.
All right, so Civic Growth Chamber. Obviously, we wouldn't want to see an Amulet here, but he probably has one in hand. That's a typical play pattern of this deck is turn 1 Stirrings, turn 2 Gemstone Mine Amulet, drop a bounce land, pick it back up. So it's interesting here. No, I think we're just gonna have to play that fetch out. There was an argument to be made for that, but I don't think that's the way of the world right now.
Huh. So, as you can see on my end, may have been a mistake there. But that's fine. We all make mistakes. I'll probably pay pretty dearly for this one, unfortunately.
Ah, man. Wanted to see a Mana Dork there. Alright.
So, not entirely where we want to be right now, but we'll get the ball rolling at any rate.
Two, three, four, five. So here's an interesting spot where I can respond to this. I mean, dude knows I have path. It's not a surprise. I don't keep a hand against a deck like this without some sort of interaction, especially one that's this slow. So it's interesting here. I could path him, but I just give him 6 mana, so it's kind of pointless. He doesn't have an amulet in play, so I'm not really threatened by being able to just like immediately transmute something to clear my board. So I think I'm actually just going to let this Azusa happen.
I think in your case too, you're also not threatened in the sense that currently without Amulet, if I do drop a Titan, it's not going to be hasted. Because even if I pull a bounce, even if I pull a Boros and a Slayer Stronghold, stuff's going to come in tapped. So
right.
It's pretty safe bet on his part that he's not going to have to worry about that. And hey, a path works just as good against a Titan as it does against anything else.
Yep. Let's go ahead and crack here. Let's get this other Temple Garden out. No reason to have to shock ourselves later in the game. Go figure. That would be drawn. So let's just go ahead and get this guy out here. And that is the thing, like Slick had said, an amulet is not out right now, so I am shields down for a turn. Which might have been a mistake. But at the end of the day, I might get punished here, actually. That was probably a mistake. This is last card, a Titan. Nope.
Yeah. As you can already see on my end, we not cooking with gas.
So this is an interesting spot when you're playing against big mana decks like this that you often run into with the green white value town. And that spot is, do we? You can easily end up stalling out um, with trying to get this sort of like ghost quarter lock stuff going on. Um, and at the end of the day, like that's cool that you're doing that, but you're not actually doing anything else. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has so much mana. I don't think that's the way anyway. So we're just gonna go ahead and yeah, I don't necessarily care about ghost quartering him at this point. One, three. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and swing. I mean, he has a chump blocker, so let's just get that out of the way. I don't foresee me needing to activate the knight at all. I can't see the top of my deck, so it's kind of pointless at this stage of the game to activate knight.
So we're gonna go ahead and transmute here, because in my case I need to find a way out of this.
It's an interesting. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say definitely from my side on what you can see here. There's really two options. So just kind of depends on what kind of game I want to play here. And that is a weird call. That's gonna hurt me. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try to get something cooking here anyway.
Okay. So look. Holy jeez.
Yeah, that screw up on my part. Unfortunately. That should have been a different series of land toggles. But that's fine.
So
who knows?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude's gonna be able to drop prime time no matter what I do. He has to pay for pact, even if I blow up one of his lands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Brings you down to 10, 4, 6. So he's going to be able to drop prime time. So I can't worry about prime time. So I'm going to go ahead and ghost quarter myself here. Let's grow the knight. Let's just go ahead and get a... We'll get a forest. Let's see what we draw here. It's actually a good card to draw in this situation. Let's go ahead and play it out. just swing in, try to clear some of these chump blockers here. Playing it slow, and that's very dangerous against Amulet. I mean, look, I can't beat a hive mind right now, but one, two, okay. Sure. Here comes good old prime time.
Sure does.
And obviously with the ability on the stack, we're going to go ahead and path him. See what he searches up. Probably a T West.
Very weird position here. Yeah, I think I gotta take what I can get.
And we are going to take advantage of this situation and get rid of that T West.
That's fair.
So, we
with
know
that
yet.
in mind, there's a different play I should have done, as you all could have seen. So that's fine.
And this is why we're doing this, guys. Look, like, we are not pros. You know, Amulet is probably the most complicated deck in the format right now, and yeah, I don't envy Slick's position. So it's interesting, guys. From here, unfortunately, if he drops a prime time, he can't really haste it. I kind of feel like we take the opportunity. So this is kind of my, get there card. I kind of feel like we take the opportunity to draw a couple cards. Because, he's inevitably going to get a prime time. So go ahead and play that out. Get a clue. Let's see, 4-3. Let's try to clear some of these blockers. That was actually a mistake. I didn't want to swing with the knight. But that's okay.
So we're at right now, which is not the greatest, not the greatest place for us to be. So
You can get some beats in.
I sure can, and then take way too much in return.
It's only 14. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and draw a card at the end here. Not really the thing, but that's okay. 5, 6, 7. go ahead and swing in. Keep our knight back. I should have done that last turn, but I didn't. We'll see how he blocks here. Makes sense. This is going to happen anyway, I think. Yeah, that'll happen anyway. Okay. And then we might as well play our bird. Why not, right?
Rough. Rough. Very rough. This may spell the end for me. Thanks to at least 4 misplays that I've counted so far.
you know, there's a reason why I named my channel Punt Factor.
You're right.
Just saying. you should if you go back and watch all the videos, it's just like
it should I should gain the mantle of the channel at this point, because I am living true to the name. There are 2 mistakes that happened in this game that were real bad.
All right, guys. So 17, we do just have lethal here. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that.
Oh, I got lands for days.
Yeah, you do. Protection from green. Although maybe I should have named white because that's his removal.
You are correct.
Yep.
But we're game 1, so.
Oh yeah, I guess it's all on your sideboard. All right. So
an EE.
That would have been brutal.
That would have been cool. A turn sooner. And EE is Summoner's Pact. See, there we started to get some gas.
That's rough. All right.
Yeah, I did. So I top decked a Titan, or like I topped a Titan from our mulligan. Then I'm not sure what I did, but it was gone. And let me. Yeah, that's what I did. I ancient stirringed. That was right. I ancient stirringed it away. That was critical mistake number 1. And then that nice area I pointed out where I could have thrown down my Titan earlier, but I bounced the wrong lands up and down, so I was 1 short.
That's horrible.
It was pretty bad.
So I'm going to talk about my sideboarding a little bit. This card's coming in because of a creature. Well, screw it. I'm going to bring in Engineer Explosives because I know he's running Hornet Queen, and that is a great way to stall my board. And then these are pretty obvious as to why they're coming in. Slick knows all this stuff. What's to take out? I don't think these are relevant enough. These are nice when you have Eldritch Evolution because you do get to 2 for 1. But I don't think they're nice enough. So the question is, do I feel like a little more interaction is better than this? Probably, actually. Yes, like I drew the Jerry Steep. I'm just like, go figure.
Yep.
I don't know though, but it actually wasn't that unuseful in my hand, to be honest. Like, I could have easily just used that any one of those turns. It didn't actually like slow me down or anything, and I could have just like swung in through your trump blockers. So
yeah, I mean, it didn't really matter at that point, to be honest.
No.
So I will play first. That was something I forgot to take out. Didn't really think about it, but it's not needed in this matchup. It's not a huge deal.
This is definitely a hand that I don't think we can keep. It's just a little too slow. It does have a couple things that I like about it. But I just feel like overall it's probably just not going to get us there in time, at least to stabilize. So, although... Huh. Two, three, four, five, potential 6 with this? Huh. No, let's get rid of it. Oh, that's just so much worse.
So I'm gonna keep this hand. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna kind of cross my fingers because I don't want to go another mulligan. It's decent enough that I can justify keeping it.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat with this keep here. Definitely not what I like to see, but I got a little lucky on the scry there. This is really the only saving grace of this hand. And luckily, because we have this, we'll be able to actually utilize this properly to see if we can get some stuff rolling here. So Amulet scares me a little bit. Not having a bounce land is nice. Okay, that's actually pretty sweet. I'm playing this like this because I still value this after this comes in more than I value the additional power. So the fetch land in hand is definitely better than on the having a 3/3 knight right now. Okay, so we're able to untap with Knight, which is great. So Simic Growth Chamber. Ooh. That's really good. That's going to allow us to... let's think here. Whoa, whoa, let's not concede the game. Relax, Cody. So we can pull here, which I think is almost more relevant. Because next turn, we'll still be able to play this. Let's go ahead and shock that in. I want to take this chance to get rid of this Simic Growth Chamber. I would prefer that he doesn't have... I'm sure he has more bounce lands in hand, but I don't want him to have that bounce land in particular. And look, we have 2 4/4 knights on board. I mean, 8 power on board. It's going to be a clock here. Tribe Scout.
So that's about all I can do there. As you can, I gotta keep doing something. Can't just sit here.
So this is an obvious play. We're definitely going to go here so this can be a thing. Let's see, do we want a 5/5? Yeah, I think we'll be okay with... Wait, let's think about this real quick. So, Flash is in a bounce land with Sakura. And then, so 2, 3, 4, 5. I still think he's just off. Even if he has an Azusa next turn. I still think he's just a little off because he'll have to play 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he wouldn't actually be off. So we're going to go ahead and... Crap, this is tough. Do we want to swing in here? I think we do.
So yeah, as you can see, there's a couple routes I could take, which both have their benefits in this situation for sure. I think there's a slightly more obvious route I take, so let's do that.
Comes in Azusa. Maybe not. Okay. So with that happening, let's go ahead. Let's get rid of that garrison here. Excavator on board. I definitely want to draw that. So he's still going to have to pick up a land.
Oh, that hurts.
Yep. That's why I did it.
That's there wasn't any way around that, unfortunately. So, Yeah, I don't think we're gonna pull off what we want here, unfortunately. That's gonna kind of be that.
Alright, so we don't care about the courser. Let's go ahead and crack this, see what we get on the top, even though there's no way to really draw it. Bajuka Bog is the last thing we want. So 7/7 Knights, you can only block 1, 15. I think we want to go here. So we're getting mighty close to... Whoop. Alright, I gotta think about this. 7. So he'll take 9. 12, 13, 14, 15. Or I could just like wait a hot second here. You'll take 2. Oh, wait, okay, so it's 15, 14, 13. Blocker 7, 4. Okay. So I think we want to go. I think we want to go there. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this out. And pass turn. We could have gotten a Ghost Quarter. I'll just talk about my turn here real quick while it's on my time. We could have. I was thinking about getting a Ghost Quarter, but the problem is it's like it's just a 1-for-1 here. You know, I could get a Gemstone Mine, take him off a color. He's just going to replace it with another basic. So like I didn't feel like that was relevant. Also, getting this shuffle effect in while holding up a knight, I just felt like was a little bit more important.
So as I'm pretty sure we are just screwed. I don't think there's any real way out of this. Just kind of assessing the situation. Unfortunately, because I just don't have enough to do what I need to do here to keep the ball rolling, which is the problem. There's a couple things that'd be nice here, but I do not have them. So not much I can do about that. Just think if I grab. Yeah, we are just unfortunately
Swing it with your Tribe Scout.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right, guys.
Yep, we are unfortunately just one shy. Or like 2 though, if I really want the game around.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind drawing this as extra protection. I mean, oh, look at that card. That's a thing.
Oh, there you go.
So what we'll do here, we'll just 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we'll just path this, see if he has an answer to.
Sure don't.
See if we have like a path to exile or something.
I wish I did. Oh, hey, I found the mana I needed.
So you don't have a path.
No. If I did, things would be a little bit better at least.
Well, I want to just do this because I brought this stupid card in to like make a statement here, so let's let's at least use it,
There you go.
just
Give
in
you
case he
7.
has a path on white. Should swing in here for Xaxes.
Yep.
Yes.
That is that.
Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you had. Oh, the
So
path gave you that land.
yeah, well, the trick was the when you dumped my Boros Garrison, I was going to be able to play out Hornet Queen or Prime Time if I wanted to during that turn. Just because of Boros Garrison, whether I bounced it to itself and played it again or played Vesuva and copied it to get. If I would have played it and played Vesuva to copy it, that would have given me 7, and I could have played Hornet Queen, or I could have just done things a little differently and played Prime Time out, depending on what I wanted to do. I think if I was going to do it, I was probably going to play out Hornet Queen just to get the Death Touch blockers out. And kind of
Yeah,
like
that's probably just better.
stave you off for a second.
Well, I mean that actually just wins me the game unless I find an EE
Yeah.
or wins you the game. Sorry.
I was that bet's betting on you not having EE. Now I could have grabbed Titan. At least got the land drops from him, done like a Pajuka Bog or something, dumped the knights down to be like less threatening, hope you didn't path them, etc. And still held up a Hornet Queen, then had enough mana to play it after, but I think Hornet Queen would have been the better choice there. Unfortunately, you did the thing.
Are you not running Ballista?
This version is not actually running Ballista. It's just running 2 EEs.
Okay.
I do have the other version even run Ballista. To be honest, I don't think it does either. Yeah, none of my more current versions run Ballista.
I just feel like that card. So like, okay, think about if you had Ballista there. I mean, like you in that situation, you can't beat a Path to Exile anyway, right? Like, so you play as if I don't have one. So you get a Ballista just to get something out in the field, and then like next turn, even if you don't have a land to play a bigger threat, you can just like pump Ballista, and at least like start shooting things down.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think I might actually.
Or did you bring in like a tracker against me? Did you bring in like any mid range scheme against me?
I brought in Hornet Queen, mainly. I brought in another EE, so I had 2 EEs main board.
Okay.
Not counting Blast Zone, so I basically had a Ratchet Bomb and 2 EEs.
Okay.
Yeah. It's. I mean, even the versions I had that run Ballista, usually that's just one in the sideboard, and actually I am gonna sideboard that back in. I did bring in some paths, but I didn't see those, unfortunately.
Do you have mid range creatures in your sideboard, like a tracker or something?
I do not have tracker in this version. I had thought about putting him in. I just never did, but I could.
I mean, that game, like, I guess. Well, first of all, no one's playing Value Town, like 0 people. So no one's probably gonna have that much access to like Ghost Quarters willy nilly.
Usually not. I mean, unless I'm just running into. I mean, it definitely happens, hitting people with Ghost Quarters and like filter and stuff. Usually not as easy, since you can kind of do that game 1 without much trouble.
Yeah.
Usually that's stuff that I see in like game 2 and 3. um, as far as like people bringing in hate for lands, uh, spreading seas, or like whatever kind of goofy stuff they want to play,
Right.
or Blood Moon, etc.
Blood Moon
etc.
is the hate card. But hey, yeah, we are still rolling, and I'm not gonna bore you guys with our conversation. I hope you enjoyed the game.
I'm sure it was exhilarating.
Stay tuned. You'll be seeing more of Slick as
Tier
we.
one value town. Tier one. These videos need to be tagged Green White Value Town Stomp's Amulet.
That'll get all the views.
You gotta clickbait it.
Yeah, I should. All right, guys. It is Pun Factor, and I have no idea what Slick. If he makes a channel, I have no idea what it's gonna be. But that's my buddy Slick over there. So stay tuned, guys, and yeah, until next time.